Yo, what is going on, boys? It's XChaos Stormx, and we are doing a Desert Treasure 2 Leviathan boss video. And I'm actually doing it after the quest has already been completed. And the boss is a lot harder after you've completed the quest. It's kind of like how Vorkat is after you finish Dragon Slayer 2. So Desert Treasure 2 and Dragon Slayer 2, it's kind of a tongue twister, but they both have the same thing, where after you finish the quest, the bosses get harder. So I'm just going to quickly show you my setup. We're going to fast forward a little bit. This is a recording, then I'm going to do a voiceover. So boom. So inventory first. Let's go through inventory. Just pretty much 4 restores, 1 divine ranged, 1 stamina potion, that's a must. About 10 anglers, 9 or 10 anglers, about 6 manta rays. You can play with the ratios between manta rays and anglers if you want. You can use shark if you want, but I prefer max heals. A couple Karam bombs for combo eating. You can bring 2 or 3, it's up to you. Dramen staff, because we're going to go through the wizard tower and go from there. So we're going to use the fairy ring DIS. And we have house tablets to get out, and the most important thing is shadow barrage. And shadow barrage is air runes, soul runes, blood runes, death runes. So make sure you either have a divine pouch or a rune pouch. You're gonna have to lose a spot and bring some air runes, because that's the main component in that fight, is using shadow barrage. So your setup's gonna be best in slot ranged with the best arrows you can bring, or Bofa works pretty well, like whatever you have best in slot. So if you have T-bow, bring T-bow with your best gear. If you have Bofa, bring Bofa with anguish and all that stuff. And if you just have a blowpipe, you can bring blowpipe. And black dragonhide, you can try and attempt it. I'm not saying you're gonna be successful, but you can throw an attempt in the ring and throw your hat in the ring. So you want to use a stamina potion on your way there, and put your twisted bow on and put your Dramen staff away. Also, you want to have a secondary or third Dramen staff in the bank in case you die, so you can get back. If not, if you don't, you can always use a glory or your house teleport to teleport back to Draenor and then run south to the wizard tower. But bring a stamina potion, because your body will drop outside here. So moving on to mechanics of the fight. The mechanics of this fight are pretty interesting. It's like Zebok from TOA on crack. That's my opinion of it. And he attacks fairly fast as the fight progresses. So as the fight progresses, his attacks just keep speeding up. This is the main key part. So like I said, as he attacks during the fight, he progressively attacks faster. When you stun him, if you use Shadow Barrage, you stun him. And that stops him from just doing a cycle, and he just stands there. If you have to go behind him once you've stunned him immediately and shoot him in the back once or twice, whatever you have time for. So then after that, remember, you can stun him whenever you want. You can stun him as soon as the fight starts, but that's not good, because he's going to special right away, and that's when he'd be attacking slow. So you want to take advantage of him when he's attacking slow. So after you shoot him in the back when he's stunned, he's going to do a special attack, which there's 2 of them. One of them's a blue attack, where essentially all you got to do is ring around the rosy in a circle in the middle of the arena. So you just got to run around it and hug tight to the wall, like in the middle. And you'll see as I'm doing it. And then for this other special, he throws a bunch of boulders at you, and you got to move kind of like the Zulrah poison. When Zulrah does his poison spit, and you got to keep moving, because if you don't keep moving, you get hit by poison. That's pretty much what his boulder spec is. And they'll alternate, so he'll never do 2 in the row. They'll always alternate. So here we go. At the start, it's going to be blue for magic, protect against magic, green for protect against ranged, and later on you'll see orange for protect against melee. So like I said, it's like the Zebok mechanics, where you can pray before right before it hits you, and you'll be fine, unlike some other bosses where you have to pray before their animation goes off. So you can see mage. It's good to call it out when you're first learning it, so you get your body used to it, or your mind, your head used to it. There's a melee right there. There's range. As you can see, it's getting faster. This is the 3rd cycle. I forgot to say that when the rocks fall, that means he's changing cycles. So he would have been going into his 4th cycle there, but I throw a shadow barrage and I click behind him right away. You don't want to have something on auto cast, because when you're on auto cast, like if you bring an ancient staff, you're gonna lose a tick. So I shoot him in the back. And I start running. Look at the this is the blue special, lightning special. You just want to keep running in the same direction, hug the wall, just keep clicking. You can set up tile markers if you want, it's up to you. Keep running like on the 4 corners that are closest to the edge, and you know, keep running. He does it for a while. It's surprising how long he does it for. You can throw in hits, like I said. Right after that's done, you want to get back to the wall and get ready to proceed like the fight's beginning again, but he's going to be a little bit faster. So range, mage, mage, mage. Look, rocks are falling. Move. Ranged, melee, melee, magic, ranged, ranged, magic, range. Like if you call it out as it's coming, so now he's gonna go into a really fast version, and I'm not prepared for it because I was trying to get a shadow barrage. So either you try your best to flick that, or you fully commit to shadow barrage. You got to pick one of the two. It's hard to be. It's hard to do 2 things at once. Let's say that. So here, because I was trying to eat up and be smart, I missed the shooting him in the back. See, I stunned him with the shadow barrage again. You can interrupt the mid-cycle with your shadow barrage, like I said. The shadow barrage stun, when you feel like you're dying, you can shadow barrage him, but sometimes the act of you shadow barraging is what gets you killed because this guy attacks so fast. So that was the 2nd special. If you want, we can just go redo that real quick because I was kind of talking really quickly. So it's going to happen right now. So what happens is it's like the Vorkath poison, where it just keeps going where you're standing, but you got to make a little circle kind of thing, or run to a different rock and get behind that rock, because or else you'll get hit by the earthquake. So it's kind of like a mix of both worlds, where you want to run away, but you don't want to run away too far because you got to get behind it, and you don't want to have it against the back of the wall. And you don't want to have it too close to the boss. There's kind of like a perfect golden ratio position. So I stun him again. I'm going to shoot him in the back. Yes, because if you have the rocks too close to the center, when you run for the blue special, you're going to get screwed. And the last phase, you're going to get screwed. So we are approaching the last phase. Oh no, we're on the last phase. And as you can see, I'm walking beside this white orb thing. That will give you some protection against the rocks. Okay, so what happened right there? Because you're probably wondering what protection. You just got hit like a 40. So what happened here? Let me fast forward 1 more second. Watch this right here. So I got melee'd there, and then look, he does his magic attack, and then he melees me instead of doing a telegraphed attack. Like, you can't pray against that. That hits a 48. And then he starts spitting even more. So disaster. Boom! He's gonna hit me again with his melee. Why is he hitting me with melee? Because I'm stepping in too close. So this should be a lesson for you guys. When he's in mid-cycle, do not run close to him, because he'll smash you. You're better off tanking a mage hit than getting a hit like that. We do get the kill, and we're gonna go back and rewind just a little bit in case you didn't catch it. But so let's go to where we start the end of the fight. So he's at 221 HP here. When he goes below 200, I believe, he goes in his enrage phase. When his enrage phase happens, he just attacks at 3 cycle speed, so as if he was on his 3rd cycle, and which is pretty annoying because you gotta see, I'm kind of close to him. We already discussed that, but I'm trying to stay near the white orb. So the best thing would be to stay up on top and be near the white orb on the top, like the rows closer to the outside of the ring, if you know what I mean. So I did this wrong, but I somehow still brute forced it. But I'm not going to get long kills doing that. I'm going to try and, you know, get a little bit better. But this is an example of me killing it. So you guys can use some of my tips and probably become better than me. Get a chance to get the Virtuous Ring, or the Virtuous Robes and the Venator Ring, which is going to be the best in slot range ring. So yeah, that's the run, boys. And good luck. I wish you guys good luck ring hunting, and I hope you enjoyed the video. and you enjoyed the music. Alright, take care.